Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zach Nolan. Cardinal is behind the camera.
Once again.
Yeah, so we have Jets news. And usually, I'm pretty happy to talk about the Jets. I'm pretty excited to talk about them next season. But right now, I'm a little worried. So, Jets have released their protected players list. It includes Kyle Connor, Andrew Copp, Pierre-Luc Dubois, Nikolai Ehlers, Adam Lowry, Mark Scheifele, Blake Wheeler, Josh Morrissey, Neil Pionk, Logan Stanley, and Connor Hellebuck. So, who does that leave the big question mark with? Well, we weren't sure if they were going to protect Logan Stanley or Dylan DeMello, or if they were going to protect Copp or Appleton. They protected Copp and Stanley, which means odds are it's either going to be Mason Appleton or Dylan DeMello. People, this is why we cannot have nice things. And this is frustrating to me because there's only one good way out of this, and I'm not sure if it is the path we are going to take. I'll get to that in a minute. First off, why can we not have nice things? Well, if you watch this channel through the games, you'd think that I was huge on Logan Stanley, that I like Logan Stanley more than DeMello. It's not entirely true. It's the fact that Logan Stanley just seems to be more of a presence than Dylan DeMello, even though that is quantifiably false. Analytics have Dylan DeMello as one of the best, 15 best defensive players in the league. On Winnipeg! Do you know how hard that is? It's very hard to do, especially on Winnipeg. So, where's Logan Stanley, you may be asking? He's pretty low. Pretty low. But, so, why did they pick Andrew Copp over Mason Appleton? Because that's the other question here. Well, this is my thought on that. They couldn't really decide between the two. They just thought that Copp's numbers were slightly better than Appleton's. And also, we do have a little bit of a boys club. For example, Andrew Copp is extremely close with the core group of this team, most notably being roommates at one point with Mark Scheifele. So therefore, it seemed like he would have a lot more leeway in being able to stay here, even though, and lest we forget, he is signed for arbitration 2 straight times. Now, Appleton has been another guy we've developed in our system, and it's just and he is exposed. And best case scenario, I guess we could, I would have liked to keep him over Copp, but we'll get there. So, what does that mean now? It means we are either DeMello or Appleton. What would I rather give up? People were saying online, by the way, that we should have given up, that they would rather protect Stanley over DeMello, which is a frustrating conversation to have, because Dylan DeMello has actively said that he wants to play here. I'm not saying Logan Stanley hasn't. I'm just saying, do you know how hard it is to get players to want to play here? This isn't fucking Toronto or Florida. Nobody's flying here. It's so ironic. We're called the Jets. No one comes here. Fucking fly away. And then I saw this absolute asinine comment. Absolute pits. Give your head a shake. Someone's like, well, we could just get rid of DeMello. He's pretty trash. He doesn't even score. I'm like, he's not supposed to score. And then they kept going and saying, yeah, we'll just pick up guys like Suter and Hamilton at the deadline. Okay, maybe we'll get Suter. Hamilton? You think we're going to get Hamilton at free agency? Really? Can I live in your world? Because that's a fun world to be in. Oh, yes. Highly touted location, Winnipeg, fucking Toba. Yeah, let's move there. Hey, honey, do you want to start a family? Let's move to the Flatlands. No, this is not the world we live in. We're not just a draft developed team because we're good at it. It's a necessity. We have to. Otherwise, we're fucked. The biggest trade that we acquired was Paul Stastny, and fucking hallelujah, he likes to play here. And we still couldn't even get him to re-sign originally. So what would I rather do, Appleton or DeMello? Appleton is good, and I really like Appleton, but he's replaceable. He is. And if you don't believe me, the fact that he's playing there shows me how replaceable he is. Brendan Tanev, Andrew Copp, Adam Lowry, Mason Appleton, even Brendan Lemieux, you could say, back when he was there for a year. These players are replaceable. Now, I don't like saying goodbye to them because then you could have a Joel Armia situation where even though Joel Armia is not a high-end player, like, do not forget, don't let the playoffs fool you. He's not. He's not top 6. He's good depth that can play out of his mind when he needs to sometimes. And guys like Jack Roslovic, who had a bounce-back year in his home city, wow, shocker. That's not a common thing. Tanev's currently getting overpaid. That's why he was exposed in for the Pittsburgh Penguins. This isn't... Like, I love Appleton. He had a great year. But comparing him to Dylan DeMelo is a type of player that we desperately need. If Dylan DeMelo stays, your top 2 right defenseman is DeMelo Pionk. And I'm not saying that that Logan Stanley won't become better than Dylan DeMelo, but he isn't now, and he's not... I'm okay with you protecting him, but as long as you make a deal with Seattle to protect Dylan DeMelo. Here's the way I see it. They will pick Mason Appleton. We will give away at least a 2nd-round pick. And people will be like, oh, that's too much. No, it's not. Look at the defensive analytics for the rest of the team. No, it's not. It's not an overpayment. We've got him for under $5 million. Be happy.
How many? Do you know how many years we have him?
For like at least another year, at least. So just don't touch anything.
And how old is he?
It doesn't matter. He plays great. I don't care.
Okay, I know.
For him. It's not at the point where that's a factor, really.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you would like to see some results of with DeMelo, without DeMelo, Vinny Hainola's best game was with DeMelo, by far. Dylan DeMelo was a all-star in that first round against the Edmonton Oilers and got injured in Game 1 against the Montreal Canadiens. Shocker! The goals against went up! So what would I do? I would give away Mason Appleton, which, to be honest, I would have rather given away Copp right off the bat and see if Appleton could develop beyond him, but you know what? That's not the hand we're dealt here. And there are plenty of worse team situations than ours.
Especially since we were literally considering trading Copp yesterday.
Yes. No, Mason Appleton. That was the one we were trading. And
Really?
that's what makes me think... I heard it was Appleton. Okay, maybe it was him too, but I heard it was Appleton mainly, which means I think that means that we can basically trade Appleton away because we were planning on not having him anyway. That's what I'm hearing from this. But anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe because that really helps. That really, really helps. We're trying to hit 550 or 600. Let's be up to fucking Mystic. We are going to live stream the expansion draft. Very excited about that. Gonna probably do that from like our freaking computer room or something. We'll see.
I'm hoping to do it from the laptop.
We'll see. Yeah, leave a like, comment down below. Who do you think we should give up? What type of deals would you make? What do you think of this situation? Were you one of the people that thought that Logan Stanley was more impressive than our best fucking defensive analytical defenseman? Answer down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And we're working on a compilation for our games, which has a lot of editing. So stay tuned for that.
Please
Goodbye.
subscribe.
Goodbye.